Is that all you got in you? All this time you belittled us. Now you realize I knew where that was coming. But it's too late, my friend. Too late. You're an artifact of the past. We are here to bring the contrast. The global generation has risen. You live in a world of disillusion. All is left for you, oblivion. But abide, you're surrounded left and right. Time for you to give up the fight. All you say is superfluous. You still think you're intimidated? It's an omen on the wall. Only you cannot see the fall. My graffitis are glory, are godly. They will lead us to eternity. But abide, you're surrounded left and right. Time for you to give up the fight. All you say is superfluous. You still think you're intimidated? It's an omen on the wall. Only you cannot see the fall. My graffitis are glory, are godly. They will lead us to eternity. but a bad. You're surrounded, left and right. Time for you to give up the fight. All you say is superfluous. You still think you're intimidating us? It's an omen on the wall. Only you cannot see the fall. My graffitis are glory, are godly. They will lead us to eternity.
What a stellar fight! These two know how to rumble!
Okay, I'm here. Who's here in the... Let's see. Ah, Emily's here. What's up? Are you ready for Omega Rugal? I hope so. I hope so. I truly hope I am. Cause boy, oh boy, the stuff that I've seen. Yow. That's all I gotta say. Pardon me, I'm trying to make sure everything's together. Personally, I'm not ready. I'm nowhere near good enough to take on that AI, but I'm gonna try anyways. Hey, I don't know if I am either. I'm still gonna give it a shot. I mean, hey, it's not like back in the old days where it'd be like, you know, easing up all your quarters and everything, so. Let me check something right quick, hang on. Checking my sound settings. Let me see something right quick. Something's going on because I can't hear like the audio of the game. I'm gonna try something right quick. No, not that. That's strange. I can't freaking hear the audio of the game through. Wait a minute. Nah. Because I finally got the capture card, by the way, so shouldn't be too many hijinks with this one. Hey, Siren. The world, man, I can't hear. Wait a minute. It's that mixer. Dun, 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 dun. What capture card am I using? I got the Elgato HD 60S Plus. What's up, Jose? Because I hear the sound. I know the sound's coming through on y'all's end. I know that much, so that's good. Whoa, Nello Angelo. I did not see the freaking music still playing. Get out of here. Hang on. Oh, I was mic really loud. Really low. That's freaking weird, man. Dang it. I can't get through that much. This is strange. It's probably because I'm using Streamlabs for YouTube for the first time, because usually I use Streamlabs for usually for Twitch. I'm just gonna roll with it.
Select member. Select stage. Nothing will stop this show.
I can't hear the sound like from my end. Like I know y'all can hear it in the stream because I have my Chromebook by just to check to see what the stream sounds like. I just can't hear the game. Unless something else happened. Whoops, I didn't want to accept that, but whatever. Gatman!
Nothing will stop this show.
It's the Gatman! Get to! It's gonna be annoying.
Ready? Go!
Alright, I'm gonna approach you. Oh shoot. One thing I'm definitely gonna have to cut down on if I plan to even play against Rugal is I'm gonna have to cut down on my bad jumping habit. I'm gonna get Genocide cut into freaking... Son of a bitch. Let me not. And that was your fault.
Get burn to fight. Ready? Go!
It's the Rock not named Dwayne. How do I know he's gonna side switch? Ah. Mandy.
Ready? Go!
Tackle. Tackle. How did I know? How did I know? Ah, I forgot. Them has beats like everything. Nope. Ah, it wouldn't matter. That's a grab. I was trying to do the freaking the climax, the parry, but what you call? That's a grab. It would have freaking. It wouldn't have mattered.
Final round. Ready? Go!
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Winner!
そろそろハムちゃんたちにカゴを新しくしてあげなきゃってあれあなた私の
Man, is this how Jenny would look like if she had a tan? Maybe. Ah. That was hella negative. Alright, let me stop rolling towards this thing. DP? Ah. Ah. As long as Gatman is gone, I'm good.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
Nope. No. Oh, you're using a tablet. Nice. You're using on a phone, ain't you, Jose? It's kind of an upgrade for you. Oh, shoot. I'm probably dead. I'm probably dead. Yeah, I'm dead.
Player 2 wins!
Mandy.
Ready? Go!
Ah, that was bad. Ah, I thought it was too late. This is actually his most dangerous character. I need to get this. What? Okay, alright. He just came out the gate with freaking crouching shorts. God dang. He came out of the gate with crouching shorts.
Round 4. Ready? Go!
Ah, you cheeky. You cheeky, dude. You cheeky. Alright. Alright. With the Pele. Nope. Getting a little predictable. That was nice. He should have Rock in front instead. His Gato doesn't freaking scare me nearly as much as his Rock does. Matter of fact, Rock should probably be either his point or his anchor. Because he can play Rock. Gato, his Gato I'm not that scared of.
Round one. Ready? Go!
Ah, that time I should have threw the good. Ah, the fake. Nice. Oh, this is gonna hurt. I don't decent. Yep. Swing, that's plus. Rock Howard is a beast, but not a monster like Geese. Got some rhymes there. I wonder how much of a threat Goose is gonna be when he comes in mid. Yeah, kill this fool off. Ah, dang it. Okay, he's been a little too predictable with his parries. If you ever play against a rock player that just freaking likes doing the little parry, just empty jump them and like do a throw. Or just wait for the mess to recover. Yeah, Geese is a real nightmare. I'm not sorry. Y'all think we're gonna see Nightmare Geese in this game now? Nope. Ah, I was too far out. Dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it, dang it. This is gonna hurt. I might be eating a level 3 here. No, not Rocky. Clark was last, right? Okay, okay. Tackle? Tackle? How do I know? Nope! I gotta stop with the Chicago punishes, which, so to speak, which is like when someone does something unsafe and you don't punish it hard. That's a grab. Dang it, dang it, dang it. It's a grab, and this is gonna hurt. I'm gonna be near death right here. Oh my god, that's such an easy B&B. I'm not dropping it. Pray that we never will see. Probably wouldn't hope you don't see Nightmare Geese because, you know, we got Omega Rugal, so no, stop it. No. Oh, really? Come here. He was standing there looking at me. Actually didn't cross my mind until just now, but they may very well do that. Heard a rumor that between every team they would add a new character to the boss mode. I think that's more than hope than potential truth. I forgot who it was, but somebody on one of like the videos I put out was talking about what they should do is like have a legacy mode, like a SNK boss legacy mode, where it's like you fight various ones from different games if they put them in. I'd like it. I mean, SNK boss syndrome is very much a thing in of itself, but it came in many, many, many strange shapes and forms. Mega Fury. What's up, Kamen Rider?
Nothing will stop this show.
I take normal geese as a boss any day. He's gonna have him just freaking throwing everybody around and just predictabling everyone. Alright. That's plus. Ah, okay. You're gonna do that mess. Alright. Now I'm gonna bully you. Doing auto combos. Ah, dang it. Stand roundhouse. Ah, no. Dang it. Go for my reset. One get it. Isn't this theme song called Trash Head or something? The man who invented the true 8 maidens. Gonits, Ginnits. Let me stop rolling. Where you think you going, girl? Where you think you going? Where you think you going? Why is it called Trash Head? Is it a joke about his haircut? I always wonder why was it called Trash Head. I rolled right into that. I rolled right into that mess. Let me stay out of here. Let me stay out. Matter of fact, this is gonna be practice for freaking Omega Rugal. I gotta stay grounded. Because if I don't, I'm gonna be genocide cuttered into oblivion. Let me just stay grounded. Let me stay grounded. Are people going to be expecting a red version of Otomo Raga with full health bar in the challenge mode? Not in a million years. You know what I really can't... You know what I really think is kind of silly? I mean, I know people are hyping it up and everybody's excited about Rugal's return, but I don't get people trying to compare, like, Otomo Raga to Rugal. It's like, Rugal is a freaking original when it comes to this whole SNK boss thing. On top of that, Rugal is like an obviously much better written character. Slicer. Dang it. I actually don't know why it's called that. Give me a second to look at it. If you find something, let me know, because that's... Oh no. I know like there will be like puns and hidden meanings and double entendres when it comes to characters like with names and such like that. I know there's like usually a double entendre with stuff like that, but calling the character Trash Head kind of just seems... I mean, like, not the character, but the song Trash Head's kind of almost like... I don't know. Seems almost like they freaking hate the character almost. Not as much as SNK allegedly hated K49 though. Would you rather see another anime arena fighter or an anime tag team fighter? I am more on the tag team fighter front, and that's only because I really don't like arena fighters all that much, to be honest. Like, I'll play a platform fighter a million times over than a freaking arena fighter, and I'm not good at I'm not good at platform fighters either. I still think they're cool though, despite most FGC people talking about platform fighters are not fighting games. I mean, they are. I don't care, like, you know, it's just a different type, man. Overall, the coolest thing, just going on a small pivot for like a couple of seconds, the coolest thing about having this capture card now is that even though SNK has not really seemingly, so far since I've been playing KOF since the last update, it's been doing okay. But basically, if anything crashes, I don't have to cut stream, so that's cool. I'll just have to figure out what the sound issue on my end is, but at the end of the day, I'm happy that you all can hear, so still pretty well done. But getting back to the whole thing, it's like platform fighters, they're fighting games. I don't care what anybody says, all this other crap, it's just a different type. Smash is a fighting game. Brawlhalla is a fighting game. Rivals of Aether is a fighting game. PlayStation All-Stars, what is it? All-Stars Brawl or All-Star Battle Royale? That's a fighting game. I wish I liked the arena fighters more. The older I get, less and less. Yeah. It was a mixture of the two with me. A tag team fighter similar to this, that would be interesting. Because you don't see a lot of tag team fighters that do the whole thing where you don't tag in the character or you don't tag in your partner, but you order them. You know, you pick them in the order in which they want to go, even though KOF did have a tag mechanic at one point. You don't see a lot of games doing this, because a lot of people think that KOF doing this is archaic. I think it actually helps it stand out. It stands out.
Select order.
And maybe it's just my inner wrestling fan, because the whole concept of these tag team mechanics in these games, the tag team thing came from professional wrestling. Nickelodeon All-Star Brawl is definitely a fighting game. It might have not been the best, it might have not had the quality to carry over for a while, but it's still a good game. I mean, it's still a fighting game. Good game, I don't know, the damage has kind of been done to it, unfortunately. Okay, I found two possible reasons why. Name one, they says they threw random words together, and the other one says that his parents supposed to be saying that the ideas in his hair were that being of that hills vulture a bit of trash. Okay. He was like, yeah, we hate this fool and we want you. Oh, it's a Robert. It's a goddamn Robert. Don't get cheeky with me, dude. Ah. No. 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 Ah, shoot. He went with that one. He's kind of playing a Street Fighter style. Okay, fine. You won't keep doing that, fine. Should the animation be like 3D like this or 2D like fighters? It depends on what like anime it is. Even though I think a lot of people are of the impression that anime fighters should always be 2D, which I mean, you know. No rise and tackle? No rise and tackle? Okay, fine. I for one would love to see more anime with the fighters treatment. Not sure off the top of my head what specific animes. Well, maybe Bleach Soul Eater. Fate, there's a couple. I can tell you one anime that I don't want to be in 3D, and that's only because of the it had a very, very lackluster game. No sir, I play KOD. I play KOD. I'm not falling for that much of an okie doke. let you out the corner. Ooh, that was sneaky. I would not want whatever. I think it was in 3D, but I don't want, if they ever do a Yu Yu Hakusho anime fighter, I don't want it to look anything remotely resembling the older games that it had. At least like the ones that I think were on PS2, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I might have it wrong. I just know the fighting games they put out for Yu Yu Hakusho, it was a letdown. Those were awful. What anime is that? That's the one that Yusuke Urameshi comes from. The guy that has like he was a school student, he was a juvenile, wore a green suit, and this whole thing was like the spirit gun. A lot of people like the demon character Hiei from it. Kuwabara with his voice, Urameshi! Like that guy with the freaking orange hair and the blue suit then. Yu Yu Hakusho. That's my number one all-time favorite anime even to this day. I had some friends that were really into My Hero Academia and said that that would easily become my new favorite anime. The bit that I've seen of My Hero is actually really good, but is it my favorite? Did it take over? Like, did it dethrone Yu Yu Hakusho as my favorite? It didn't. Exactly, Emily. Those were awful. Those were awful. Those were terrible. Those were terrible. I just didn't like them. I really didn't like them. What's up, ZT? How you doing? Everybody, please welcome ZT Leader in here. I think this is maybe his first or his second stream, at least on YouTube, that he's made for me, because I know he drops in on me when I play on Twitch, which I will be on Twitch later. They say Yu Yu Hakusho Forever was amazing. Yeah. I just didn't like it. I try to be careful when I talk about stuff like this because there are certain things that I just try to like not say. Like for instance, one of my most least favorite pieces of rhetoric when it comes to fighting games is people calling characters waste of character slots. I don't like that. Even back when I used to say it, I think it's kind of silly to say. Like, I don't care if it's just like my opinion and everything. Growing up and looking like back at that now, people talking about characters being waste of character slots in fighting games, it's like, it comes off a little arrogant, at least in my opinion, because you're not gonna like every character on a roster. The only way a character is a waste of a character slot is if nobody wants to play them, which most people can't prove that because even the most unpopular characters got some followers. For instance, KOF 14. I am not a big fan of Gongil. But Gongil has fans, whether you want to believe it or not. Because I remember when the silhouette that got put out that was eventually revealed to be Antonov, there were some people that thought that that was Gongil because they messed around with the silhouette to make it seem like it was a short, stocky, like, muscular dude, and people thought about Gongil. If you want to even look at it, you can hunt down that Twitter post where that silhouette was, if it's still out there, and there was somebody mentioning, oh snap, Gongil's coming back, and you have a bunch of detractors, and you still got people defending him. So even though I don't like him, I don't like Maxima, I have to still bite the bullet and accept the fact that Maxima and Gongil got fans. You know, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's a waste of a character slot because it's a character that I don't like. There's a difference between saying there's a waste of a character slot and a character that you don't like. And one thing that really is very funny when people say that, because I saw a discussion on, it was a friend's post on, I think, Reddit. Because I was on Reddit because somebody put my video of me trashing Inverse's review on Reddit, so I fell down into the KOF Reddit rabbit hole. Before I keep going, let me see. Didn't expect to be on stream on YouTube. Well, we got Rugal coming, and I am gonna do the Rugal challenge. I'm gonna stream it on here. I'm gonna stream it on Twitch. But yeah, I want to give at least I guess an appetizer before the Rugal challenge comes. Just got home from training. Awesome. I just like to state it for the record that I paid like $65 for one of those games because my friend got me to watch the anime and fell in love with it. If you're talking about Yu Yu Hakusho, I mean, I love that anime too, but oh my god, those games were awful. I just didn't like them. Even Yamcha has fans, absolutely. Absolutely. But yeah, I think it was one of my friends' post on Reddit or something. Someone was like, what do you mean by a waste of a character slot? And they were like, well, they don't bring anything to the story. And it's like, when has story been the defining factor for a fighting game roster, like across the board? There have been a couple of times where it has, but it's not a surefire factor. Guilty Gear Strive is shining proof of that. Because I say this all the time. You look at Guilty Gear Strive. Guilty Gear Strive's main roster has 3 characters that are nowhere, at least far as like being considerable like focuses of the story. In Guilty Gear Strive, there's 3 characters on the main roster of Strive that are not prominent in the story at all. Faust, Remlethal, and freaking May. But those characters are on the main roster over 3 characters that are in the season pass that are DLC that were in the story. Jacko, Gold Lewis, and Happy Chaos. So the story isn't always a surefire factor for them to be on the roster, especially in a game like KOF where it's like, much like any tournament anime, you have the characters that are probably going to be seen more that often. They're going to be the ones that are going to be in more episodes because they're going to be like in the quarterfinals or some stuff. And then you have your seat fillers, you got your jobbers. And I know being a jobber is not like the most glamorous thing, but let me exit the training right quick. But I mean, you're gonna have to have a jobber because everybody can't win. If you're wondering why I keep calling her Mandy, look up, just Google Mandy Rose and you'll see like why I keep calling B Jenny Mandy. Even Mocap has at least one fan that I know of as well. Guess 2 if you count myself. See? I mean, obviously every character on a fighting game roster is not going to be to your liking. And when you call a character a waste of a character slot, at least in my opinion, it comes off actually super pretentious because it's like, I don't like them so they shouldn't be in this game. They got fans, man. Like I said, if I gotta hold the fact that Maxima got fans because they love getting on my case whenever I talk about how much I don't like him, I mean, if I can hold that, you can hold the fact that there might be some character that you don't like that has fans. Now, I'm not going to sit up here and put up this silly propaganda or anything. Like, for instance, one of my favorite characters that wasn't that popular in KOF 14 was Alice. I love Alice. You can sit there and claim it's because she's a waifu. We should have had Shingo instead. Well, I mean, Shingo, I think, was, like, reflective. I mean, he was a Kyo fanboy. He was a Kyo fanboy. And so you got a character like Alice who's a Fatal Fury fangirl. I would have thought, like, far as like comic relief or whatever, I would have thought a team with her, Shingo, and Rock Howard would have been pretty good. But of course, I'm pretty sure SNK feels pressure to present Rock in a more cool, serious fashion as opposed to like being seen as a joke, which, I mean, if that's their prerogative, so be it. I say Gongil is worth being in the character slot than having reskin characters like the Orochi team with their Riot of the Blood transformations. I agree. Now, I've said it before and I'll say it again, and you can watch, y'all can watch Scotia's video because Scotia makes a really good video about this there. Scotia makes good content, period. Because it was a video talking about, do you think that it's fair that SNK is potentially charging for, you know, the Awakened Orochi transformations that are going to be in 15? Me personally, at this point, it depends on like how much they rework them. If they rework them to where like it's not the usual stuff that you're used to, where it's like the character has most of the same animations like in terms of their normals. If they really rework the heck out of them, I'm cool with it. Dang it. But if it's more the same as we've seen with these Awakened transformations where the normals are all the same and like you get a couple of new special moves and some supers, I'm gonna be a little bit on edge about that. That's kind of cheap. Oh my god, come on. I thought she was going to this guy. Get out of here.
Player one wins.
Mocap was something else, though. Mocap was something else. Because at first, when I had unlocked the character in Deadly Alliance, I was wondering what is up with this dude, and I'm like, oh, mocap, motion capture. Then he was in like some random part of the conquest mode, and you hit him or whatever, you're like, ah, my balls. I'm like, hoo, hoo, hoo. Ain't you funny? Do it. Dang it. Sore. I actually caught somebody with that.
Player one wins.
Some people say a character's waste of a slot could be because the character isn't important or relevant enough or necessary. Those are factors. That's the thing, though. Who is a person, one single person, to say how relevant a character is? Like I said, the only way a character is a waste of a slot is if they don't work or nobody legitimately plays them. And I ain't talking about a character that has a little, you know, not that many players. I'm talking about somebody that nobody has legitimately played. That's the only time there's a waste of a slot. Then as long as somebody's playing that character, you can say you don't like them all you want to, but saying it's a waste of a slot is a little snobbish. I already get crap from Maxima fans, and like, I can only imagine getting nuclear melted if I freaking said that he was a waste of a character slot. I just said that that man stays with freaking K-Dash for the most part. I mean, Onyx, say what you want to say about it, Onyx is kind of right. Because where's one KOF mainline game where Maxima was independent of K-Dash? People talk about, oh, well, you know, you can apply it to many characters. Like, at one point or another, every character's broke away from everybody. Benimaru didn't become the most decorated KOF champion by being stuck to Kyo this entire time. There's a reason why he has more titles than anybody else, because Benimaru, as we say in the wrestling biz, actually went out and proved that he could be a main, you know, a main event player. Which I think is good character writing. Like, you know, that's good character writing. I think every fighting game is going to have those few characters that aren't super relevant to the main plot, but they still hold a place in the franchise legacy. Refer back again to Guilty Gear Strive, because once again, May, Faust, and freaking Ramlethal are nowhere in that game's story far as like being relevant to the storyline. They make cameos, I'm pretty sure, but like they are on the main roster of that game. People had to pay DLC for 3 characters that are actually in the game storyline. That just shows how much of a factor freaking storyline is when it comes to that. And it's amazing. A lot of people will sit there and tell you fighting game stories suck a whole bunch, but then talk about relevancy of the plot. I think personally, I don't like when rosters of fighting games with legacy and universe characters is filled by guest characters. Might be just me though. There have been some games that have been going ham with that lately, because Tekken went real ham with it. Tekken and I think Mortal Kombat 11 went ham with freaking guest characters in the past while. See, I figured you shouldn't do that. I got nothing against Alice, since I know she's a character meant to be taken lightly, but she will never be in the same league as Rock Howard because he was teached by Terry and Alice. I mean, that's the different thing. See, that's another thing. She's not meant to be taken seriously, but then people were like, we don't need this character in here because, like, come on. And this is just me, and I will say this, and I will die on this hill, and I really don't care because I know why I'm saying it. For me, you can't be a Shingo super fan and dish on Alice that hard. You can't. These characters are basically cut from the same cloth, it's just who they're imitating is different. And on top of that, they threw a Patchy slot reference in there with Alice, with her knocking cash all over the place. Which, as somebody who has never played a Patchy slot game in his entire life, I thought her hitting people and having money fly out was funny. I thought it was funny. Nice. Oh, I gotta go for shenanigans there. That Pele kick, as I call it. A lot of rocks online, man. Then again... Shoot. Alright, it's an overhead. Another one? Ah, shoot. But yeah, I'm of the belief where it's like, I mean, I'm not saying you have to like Alice if you're a Shingo fan, but you can't dish on her just being like a bad joke and then you just praising Shingo, because those characters are cut from the same cloth, basically. The only difference is that Shingo actually has a storyline where one of them is kind of basically, I'm not even going to lie to you, I'm pretty sure they asked him to put her in there because, hey, let's see if we can get some of these people to, you know, invest in these Patchy slot games. Which I'm pretty sure didn't work. I thought he was gonna power dunk again. Oh my god, why am I dropping Mandy Rose combos? Why am I dropping Mandy Rose combos? Oh, dang it. Nope. Bro. I really don't like it when someone's lagging and they're playing freaking Terry Organ messages. Boom, boom, boom. I don't know. This is a little sus. Alright, Gigi Dolan, let's go. I don't know what I was thinking there. Look up at that. Alright. Might have to drop out of this match right here because this is pretty sussy. This is pretty sussy. I'm sorry, like I got y'all in the chat, man. I'm just when people start lagging, it's like, I gotta freaking watch out for foolery. Ooh, okay, that works. All right. That's what I'm talking about right there. Oh. Ah, what? Nah, probably still in block stun. Dang it. Calm down my pressure because I am running back with this person, but it's laggy connection, man. Careful, careful, and get me out. Nope. It ain't because I got God. You can't tell me you didn't see that lag. I actually personally liked Alice more than Shingo. I mean, both of them are cool. Like, I like the fact that KOF is not so hung up on itself to where it's not above a bit of comic relief, honestly, because a lot of people, unfortunately, take far as like the types of characters and like what's presented, they take it a little too seriously at times. Like, I'm not that deeply rooted in Tekken, but I do very much remember all of that freaking outrage that Lucky Chloe had, which I thought was just stupid. It's like, if there's a character on the roster or whatnot, I'm just going to not, like, if there's somebody on the roster there where it's like, I don't think this character, like, I just don't like him, there's gonna be usually a 2-figure number of them on the roster, as far as like a full like roster of characters. Just don't pick that character. People are like, oh, look at Chloe, this stupid kawaii miss in my Tekken, like, how dare they? It's like, just don't freaking pick the character. It's as simple as that. You acting like the whole KOF roster was full of nothing but a bunch of bouncing teeny bopper K-pop idols and stuff. Come on now. Hey, better give some new moves or turning moves from games other than 14 to Team Southtown, because Billy and Geese's Climax Supers are kind of I like Billy's, but I really don't give two hoots about Billy, to be honest. I don't give two hoots about Billy then, even though the messed up part about it is I'm dishing on Billy right now, and I have a feeling he might actually annoy everybody.
Ready? Go!
Come Southtown. Thanks to somebody from ZT's community that bestowed upon me the title of the Frozen Lotus, I feel like I just remembered I have to play cooler in the future now because of that. Which I learned was apparently an ability from a beat 'em up or something. Graphically, the beat 'em up didn't look all that great, but like for some reason it looked addictive. And Kula, I think, is probably the most underrated character on this game's roster. Like, I know everybody's talking about all the BRTs and the Gatos and everything. There was no surprise that Gato was going to be good in this game. DP? There was no doubt. I thought she was going for the DP. What's up? I mean, I got the life lead. You gotta come to me. Nice. Ah, in that last desperate moment, she pulls out the DP. No, stop that. What's up, Onyx? Benny Maru may won more tournaments, but in reality, you never defeated the bosses of the KOF series. I mean, Jose, you are a wrestling fan like I am. There are people that are considered great despite the fact they've never won a world title. That man, Benny Maru, is freaking carrying people to titles. This person doing auto combos with Isla makes me want to ditch the theme of this stream. Dang it, no! I had to meet her too. Isla doesn't have any reversals outside of like a super. There we go. Dang, I had a magic pixel left? Jeez. You see the stuff I sent you on Discord? Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Because I reposted that clip of Hell Pockets playing that Rugal, and then what was that freaking machine that had freaking, who was it, Lucky and freaking Mei Lee playing basketball? It's probably in Japan somewhere. Japan gets all the coolest stuff. Okay, she is trying to clip me with a freaking... Let's go. Toxic attraction, baby.
人は謎めいた女に惹かれるものよ。あなたは少し大っぴらすぎるわね。
Tekken did have a bunch of guest characters, but it also did bring back a lot of legacy characters and introduce new... it did. It's funny, Onyx is in here, and then ZT and them got me back into Tekken again. Mortal Kombat, I have no defense for their... Honestly, I didn't think they needed half the guests they have. I actually wanted Spawn in Mortal Kombat for the longest of time. It's just unfortunate. I freaking hate Mortal Kombat 11. I hate that game. Like, that was a collaborative effort of destruction on the part of key people in the community and NetherRealm themselves. And that is my conspiracy for the day. Like, I know Ed Boon loves trolling people, but you poke the bear a little too hard. Nice dodge. Plus. That hit me? Okay, fine. Ah, too high. Yeah, the same training room music. The messed up part is I don't have it set to that song. I do the little thing where you can manually set a song for a stage before you go into it. I need to go ahead and set it. I need to set it to that song. That way I don't have to do that mess over and over. That freaking... This was like jumping light kick. Looks like a Shoto button. I got 3 bars. Ah. I'm gonna go for fancy stuff. Ah, drop it. To be honest, I'm one of those people that hated Lucky Chloe. She ruined one of the most important characters with a deep storyline, and that's Eddie Gordo. I actually just recently learned about that, and it's only because Onyx had played the ending, and I'm like, whoa. But see, Jose, what you're talking about, that actually came with the ending. People were talking about Lucky Chloe, and like the character ain't even like officially came out yet. Between the legs. Ah, wow. I was not confident that... I was not confident of that. Oh, no! God, boy. Luong's jab is a funky button. What happened? Because there's a couple of things I missed here. Like I said, I did see the stuff on Discord. There are Twitter links. I just hope they're still good. Yeah. Back in the day, every time I see Lucky Chloe, you lucky I didn't know you then, Jose. I be pushing the button on you left and right, doing that mess. Good stuff. Thank you, Onyx. I actually like Lucky Chloe. I think she's fun, but it's kind of a shame what happened to Eddie. I think Tekken 7 story overall wasn't the best, at least in the presentation of the non-Mishima characters. Yeah, from what I saw, a lot of them seem like they were relegated to, like, comedic cannon fodder. Onyx can correct me on that. Oh, shoot. I'm streaming right now. What's he playing? What's he playing? Oh, you're probably looking for something. Yeah, basketball thing with K-Dash, Melee, funny and unexpected. It's probably something in Japan. Like, if it's someplace, or maybe like in, whatever place has that machine or whatever, they're lucky. Mei Lee playing basketball was the image that I needed to see to brighten my day, honestly. For example, some people say characters like Cell, Gaara, Renji, and Sanji were unnecessary additions to Jump Force. No. Why would... Okay. How are you gonna say they're unnecessary additions to a game that's a big, ginormous Frankenstein's monster of a crossover? I mean, it was Cell, Gaara, Renji, and Sanji. Like, those are all, like... Shueisha characters, if I'm not mistaken, if I have the manga publication correct. All those characters, they kind of fit then. It's not like they dragged a character from, I don't know, what's a random other franchise or something. What's another random franchise? I know this happened in real life, but y'all get the point that I'm trying to make. It's not like Jump Force randomly grabbed Garfield and put him in the game, okay? That, even though I would possibly like that, I would like that personally because I love Garfield, but that's not what they did. That's kind of silly if you're saying like Cell and Gaara, like all those characters, they kind of fit. My friends and I are convinced that Spawn was meant for Injustice 2. I disagree. Injustice 2, like, Spawn, like, and it's only because maybe I'm, like, a fan of the comics then. Spawn needed to be in a South of Heaven, like, no holds barred, no sanitizing anything type of game then. His appearance in Soul Calibur was decent, just to see him, but Mortal Kombat actually fixed, you know, actually fit his more, you know, gory and all, like, if you read the comics, you know what I'm talking about. He belonged in a game that's not so, you know, PG, basically. But I will say this, Injustice did have a well-written story, especially with Injustice 2, because that was a very well-written story. I know it was done with, like, established characters, but I mean, just because DC characters are already established, that was still a well-written story on most fun. I can't talk. Well-written well-written story on both fronts is what I'm saying. Because the storyline with freaking Harley Quinn was really good, with the redemption and people not trusting her. That was I can't say well-written. Well-written. Because I've been editing today. I did all my recording yesterday. Usually I can't talk after I do a bunch of recording. Today I've just been doing editing. By the way, just because somebody mentioned it, I'm gonna give y'all a little bit of a hint. So I put a picture of an iceberg out there. Somebody had thought that I was signaling part 2 of the Disturbing Games Iceberg that I was featured in with Creepy, the one that I helped narrate and edit. That is coming. Part 2 is coming, but that's not what I'm referring to. Speaking of part 2 of the iceberg, I'm going to be even more involved with this one because not only am I editing and narrating parts, but I'll also be writing certain sections. So there you go. But there's a little hint for you. Come on, this little... Possibly China, maybe. Same though as far as opinions on K11. I really didn't like a lot of choices made and a lot of things said and done around that game. Don't get me started on that story. Mortal Kombat 11 story. Strong in certain aspects, but unfortunately it was kneecapped by like maybe 1 or 2 bad moments. Nice. The only reason I'm laughing about it because if you recall in that the inverse review for KOF 15, the writer was just upholding was just upholding like, oh, Mortal Kombat story and everything. It's like, yeah, Mortal Kombat's mess was kind of garbage too. Yep. Let me see if I can confirm this. Dang it. Come here. Magical pixel, of course. Like, in terms of, like, maybe Spawn getting a good story, if they were gonna, like, drop him in the lore of something, yeah, Injustice 2 would have been better, but far as, like, incorporating him and making him, like, a no-holds-barred, just slasher and everything, Injustice 2 wasn't gonna really have it. They did a good job with Sub-Zero and Scorpion and, far as, like, kind of keeping their Mortal Kombat essence while toning them down, but still. Jump Force is a flop, not the roster, bro. I mean, Jump Force had an audience. That's all I gotta say. I just didn't think Jump Force was gonna really stand a chance at, like, when you put it up there in a best fighting game category in the Game Awards against, like, your Guilty Gears and stuff like that, or Smash even. Cause I was there. I was there. I think I was at the barcade down here, and my friend was laughing at people on Twitter when the Game Awards were happening, talking about, I think Smash won Best Fighting Game or something, and then there were people on Twitter talking about Jump Force deserved it, and it's like, Jump Force ain't gonna hold a freaking melted down, worn out archaic candle to freaking Smash, whether you think it's a real fighting game or not, because it was funny watching. It was funny seeing Jump Force fanboys talk about Smash is not a fighting game. But I would personally, and like a couple y'all witnessed it, I would play something that is actually a really good button for cool. Alright, what am I doing with you? Ah. That was kind of overkill, but whatever. Sailor Moon, yeah, like, they didn't throw, like, I think y'all were talking about, like, a, you know, a random franchise that he just threw in there, like, Dragon Maid. Like, yeah, they didn't throw anything, like, just random into it then. And the thing is like, I learned that, as much as I've talked about that game since it's making a comeback, I didn't know that there was a guest character in that JoJo's All-Star Battle. I didn't know that was a guest character in there. I just saw my friends were playing a fighting game, and I don't know if y'all have heard me say this before, you throw a fighting game on an IP, unless it's something that I think is just goofy, you'll have my attention. It's just like with League of Legends. I don't know the first thing about League of Legends, but you make a fighting game out of it, and it looks pretty interesting. I'll be invested. Same thing with DNF. I don't know anything about DFO, but fighting game? Now you got my attention. Now you just gotta make it good. Dang it. Oh, I don't have neither. Let me just keep going. Hold up. Keep going. Hold up. No. Come here. You better get a guard crush. Come here. Nope. Stop. Nope. Got me. They say that Dragon Ball, One Piece, Naruto didn't need that many characters. I mean, we've seen this even with a game like Cross Tag Battle. The bigger name usually tends to have more of a presence. I mean, plus think about it. Lots of people know Naruto. God dang it. No, Mandy. You know what? What the? I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that was possible. I didn't know that was possible. I shouldn't have seen that. I shouldn't have seen that. I shouldn't have seen that. I didn't know that was possible. I shouldn't have seen that. MK11 story is dog. I mean, it was just shameful. That was shameful. That was just shameful. Oh, that's dirty. I didn't know you could do that. So I can do that too, you know. I can do that too. Look at this. Take that. Mm-hmm. Oh, that was an auto combo. I was gonna say, wish you could do that, man. That's an auto combo. Ah, no. Okay, work. That's a really weird move. Each had 6 at the start before DLC. I mean, like I said, what was it again? Dragon Ball, Naruto, and One Piece? Because the bigger names are going to have the bigger presence in these crossovers. It's the same thing with Cross Tag Battle. It's called Blaze Blue Cross Tag Battle, and there's Blaze Blue characters all over the product. People will hold the Mortal Kombat stories up because of their presentation. They'll see the shiny cutscenes and the pretty graphics and just assume that the writing quality is good, when in fact most fighting games are with nowhere near that level of production value or telling stories that are doing circles around MK and quality. That's why I tried to make it my prerogative and make it a clear point that I was talking about the presentation when I was dishing on Inverse. Their presentation was better because it was like, you know, cinematic. It kind of felt like you were watching an actual movie and such like that. But again, like I said, it had good moments that were basically kneecapped by a couple of things, to be honest. Jump Force actually had sold pretty well and had made Bandai money. It made 2 seasons DLC. It got post-launch support. I mean, like I said, it had an audience. I don't think it was, I mean, I wouldn't say Jump Force was like too much of a flop, even though I know, I guess the play pool kind of like start to drown out. But I mean, when you put it in terms of like, you put it next to a Dragon Ball Fighters or like the actual, I guess, A-list fighters, if you want to call it that. I'm not going to say real fighters, just like, you know, the A-listers or whatever. Yeah, it didn't do that well. Same, I'll take anything in fighting form or at least give it a chance. Next, character action. That's my favorite genre of video games. Okay, just like me. Now, I do think Season 3 DLC was going to happen, but the licensing ended. I might have to look into that because, no! Oh boy, I didn't like that, but it dropped to level 3, so we should be good. It's cool. Ooh, we playing with the treasures. The treasures. Nice combo. Thank you. Character from Maraki's other manga. Yeah, yeah, that one. I didn't know that was a guest character. I just saw it was like, I mean, he looked cool. But you know what? That makes sense, seeing that they were drawn in the same style. So I guess that would make sense. Many torpedoes tends to be a consistent super.
Round 1. Ready?
I just get scared of doing that super because when I do it in the air after like the freaking upward her upward super, the anti-air one, you'll hit them for the first couple, but then it'll drop out when you do it in the air. Okay, she just came out swinging. I am not used to Chizuru players. I had to look up and see if that was Phantom Mirror. I'm about to say, I'm about to get beat. That's Chizuru player on, what you call, self-proclaimed. That's what she said. That's kind of heartbreaking. That's kind of heartbreaking. It's the Kyo Meister. What you gonna do? Oh wow. Okay, now you come in with the heat. Okay. Ah, you were mashing that. Okay. Nope. Ooh, very unorthodox. They do. Ah, still got me. Okay, good. Word flop don't literally mean anything. It can still make a ton of money like how Cyberpunk 2099 did, despite the fact it came out garbage at its launch, but became the best-selling game of that year. That's kind of a rebound when you think about it, or at least it had something of a resurgence. That was like a whole discussion I had with people when talking about the Doom from the Start series. Like, I'm glad people enjoyed it, but I didn't want to make it seem like I was like calling it early for Shunei, because at first I thought that whole gaming sim thing was a confirmation that did it for him. But as long as there's that possibility out there, I feel like, you know, because somebody was talking about, you should do it even regardless if they get better. And it's like, that's kind of disingenuous. Like, if they get better, it shouldn't be in there. It's called Doom from the Start. That means it started bad and it ended bad. If I just ignore when they get better, am I right in that? Like, I think that's kind of disingenuous. There's a figure in wrestling by the name of Dave Meltzer and everything. He has a category for wrestlers called Most Improved. There's a bunch of worst of categories there, but it's like he has a Most Improved. Probably because, you know, some people do. Some people improve off me. I feel like I need to be playing like a zone over from freaking Europe. Nah, this is gonna hurt. Or not. He's a wild man. Ah, screwed all those up. Who's last? Sherm. Gigi Dolan.
Ready?
Alright, I'm a little addicted to the swoop. Ah, too early. I was too early. I was too early. Because I've seen other games that are kind of like not A-lister fighting games that have had a smaller and a like much worse run than what you call the Jump Force. You could probably argue what you call didn't have like had a worse run than Jump Force did. You could, well, I'm not saying like it's right, but you could argue probably. What is it? What was that as MK versus DC Universe? Because MK versus DC Universe had some DLC that was planned, and it will seemingly planned, and it did come out. Ah. Oh, hold on. Watch out for the roundhouse. Watch out for the roundhouse. Watch out for the roundhouse. Just came out swinging. And the messed up part about it is people say it so much because it was a hot topic down here, at least among people that I knew. Because in most cases, what you heard about DC Universe was never really that good. But you have people down here that always defended it, talking about some, oh, you know, but the story. It's like, story is cool for a fighting game, but the thing is, it's a fighting game. It's not a book, it's not a graphic novel. I keep falling for that crap. So you have to punish that like so bad guys in this. And strive. Behind you. Yep. Yep. Street Fighter Cross Tekken's definitely getting it. And the funny thing about it was, Street Fighter Cross Tekken got better, but the problem was more in the sense that, as I put it, it got better too late. It got better way too late. Way too late. He's so... Alright, he's hooked on this sweep. Whoa! That was random. Ah, sweep. Oh, you tried to command grab me? You tried to command grab me? BRB. Alright, so, alright, Onyx. Quan Chi, Harley Quinn were also playing. Yep. Alright. Since y'all are here, I'm gonna do what I usually do with people when they give you the bonus. I'm gonna give y'all the bonus that usually comes with people that join me for my streams on here or on Twitch. You ready for this? So, the iceberg image I posted in my community post, right? I actually have 2 icebergs put together. 2. Between these 2, which one sounds more interesting? Do you want a fighting game guest character iceberg? Or do you want a lost fighting game character iceberg? Now, to give you a little bit more info on what the second one is, lost fighting game characters, this one actually stemmed from a list script that I had written up a long time ago, like when I first started on YouTube. But it kind of got shelved because business started to pick up with KOF or whatnot. And that was basically fighting. Oh, no, no, no! That was a level 1 connection. No!
Select order.
Oh, this is about to be bad. This is about to be bad. It probably won't be because I've seen a Nabil of Neo Geo now. He's played against some people that had level 1s and it was still good. But anyways, I had discovered some characters that had, like, you know, we hear about this all the time, especially if you're a nerd about this stuff. You hear about characters that almost made it into fighting games. Whether you see concept sketches and art books, whether you hear it in interviews, whether, you know, in this new digital age, in Twitter, they'll put out like the sketches or whatever.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
I happened upon that script and I'm like, and this was like in the middle of me helping Creepy out with his iceberg video, and he recommends like, you should do one. And I'm like, I mean, I gotta find something that has a lot of material, and I stumbled into that. So which one sounds more interesting? Okay, that's negative, of course. Thankfully, I played enough Angel to know a little something about her mix-ups. Definitely lost characters. I'm kind of a dork for fighting games, especially story and characters. I love learning about the characters that almost were, or could have been as well, the ones from media sites like cartoons, movies. Because something else I also ran into, I didn't know that there was a wiki out there that talks about, it's called the cutting room floor. I didn't know about that. I think it was because when I do research for like the videos, especially the facts videos, I try to at least find 2 sources for every like fact, or at least if there's something out there where it's like I found the original source. Like let's say for instance it was something on an SNK website that was talking about, you know, this almost happened or whatever. I usually try to have at least 2 receipts, so to speak. And there was one that was talking about several games, because something else that'll also be in the Lost Fighting Games iceberg. You ever heard stories about certain games or like certain ports of fighting games where if you data mine the character, like, you know, you game shark it or whatever, and you know, use the hacks and the codes, you can play these incomplete characters or whatnot. You ever heard of that? Xanadu's one of those prototype characters that was meant to be in KOF 94 along with Chang and Choi. Thank you for saying that. I'll have to add that probably. I have to look into that. This man walked up. Man walked up with the psychic DP. Oh no, the combo dropped. Ah, wow. No! Okay. Now, somebody also wanted me to do a it was a KOF iceberg, and I know they were talking about the fact that there haven't been any done in English. Which I actually thought there were, because I thought I came across one that was done in English, but I don't think I can find it. But I guess it's like the real big one, because I know there was somebody out there that did like a part 1, a part 2, a part 3 for this KOF iceberg.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Got the bail out, got some important things to do. Peace out, fellas. Thank you always for stopping by, Jose. Thank you always for stopping by. Appreciate you. Eek. I gotta get this into my muscle memory. I keep hitting the wrong button for when she checks downward. Alright, so this person literally had, well, then again, I might be reading it wrong, but like, that is a high ping, but this feels smooth. That's the weird thing about it. What was the ping for that one match that was like really sus and very like stammery? Oh, you gonna stay, Jose? I saw like that message you retracted. I'm like, you gonna stay? By the way, I don't mean to bring in anything a little bit depressing or whatever, but I don't have anybody in here that lives in Brooklyn, do I? I know where a couple of you live, but I don't know if I have any Brooklyn people here. And I only thought about it because I saw what happened yesterday, and one of my friends from the game Paladins, who's also a streamer, Sam, she lives up there, and apparently the train that got shot up or whatever is usually the one she takes to work. And I think that she came within like about an hour's worth of time of actually being there. Thankfully, Sam is okay. So I was just, you know, I don't know, because I don't know where I got, you know, viewers and subs all around. Like, I know where a couple of you are from because you've told me, but, you know, I just want to make sure everybody's alright. That's all. Oh my god. The fact that Evans has a lower body unit, well, it makes sense. He's jumping in the air. It'd be cool if I ran into Neo Geo now. I think he plays on PC mostly. Oh my god. Yeah. But like I said, thankfully Sam's alright. Thankfully she's fine then. Like, I only met Sam this year through Paladins, but you know, once I had got like in the partner program and everything and just dealing with freaking people and their BS on YouTube and such like that. Sam actually helped me keep my head up when it comes to like annoyances and stuff like that and everything. Like anytime when I was second guessing my confidence about certain things, Sam was one person, like along with others, like of course Onyx Blade and some of my close friends and everything, but you know, Sam had a heart-to-heart with me about that. So I love Sam. I really love Sam to death. And I'm just glad that she's safe, because Sam's supposed to be streaming later with Paladins. I hope she'll be in good spirits, because like I said, well, that's my mom. Near-death experiences are never fun. Simply put. Never good. It's interesting that sometimes in fighting games, characters can be data mined but not added in that game, meaning that they're cut characters. Yep. So getting back on like the lost fighting game character iceberg, you're gonna have characters like, you know, those that you hear in interviews that have been basically confirmed but got scrapped. Also, ooh snap, this on hell is going in. Oh shoot. Okay. Ooh, dirty. It was dirty. No. Ah, she got me. Rock bottom. Ah, that was my punish. Oh, what am I supposed to do with you? Nice. Ah, dang it. But yeah, characters like that are going to be in the Lost Fighting Game character iceberg. Like I say, those that have been confirmed in interviews, art books to be in the game, but they got scrapped. Proto versions of characters, as I think they were mentioned there, those are going to be in here. Well, oh no! Ah, I thought I had one bar. I'm looking at the wrong bar. No! Oh, this is gonna hurt. Ah, sucker surprise. I'm dead. I'm dead. Dead. I'm dead. The luck of fools reigns again. You gotta go. Oh, you gotta get guy. And it's the robot. Die. God dang it. Goddamn cheese damage. As it was called in the old Marvel games when they have a block of cheese right there when you got chipped. This is gonna be a little tricky. Being so brawny. Oh, good. Ah, dang it. You can't combo off the EX version. Don't get complacent. You have the command grab. Gotcha.
Ready? Go!
Oh, this is gonna hurt. Or not. Oh, that was my punch. I missed it. That is the first time I've been hit by that. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Be patient. Winter Walk, Summer, and get ready for Dynamite. Oh, yeah, Dynamite got a stat card tonight, I heard. Samoa Joe versus Minoru Suzuki. GG's. This person plays a really good on Hell, though. It's just, I'm surprised they weren't doing their combo enders. You know, I don't know if y'all have like looked and seen where people have very suspect feelings about Lu Wong and her demeanor. I think this is one of the few people, Shermie that is, that actually chats it up with her and actually says something nice. You know any cut characters from fighting games that were data mined? Oh, there are plenty of those. You're going to see those in the iceberg. You're going to see plenty of them. There were so many. There were those that I knew about, like with K49 being in, I think it was called Neo Wave. Then there were other ones I didn't know about. Alright, I gotta be careful with this on hell, because this person can play on hell actually really well. Ah, that one mechanic that barely anybody uses. Got a lot of pet owners up in here. That's what I'm saying. Got a lot of pet owners up in here. Because Onyx just came back from, like, I think, walking a pet. Tending to a pet. No. Okay, that's negative. Let me stop getting into the way there. My Maxima looking like somebody from Nickelodeon designed his gear. Dang it! The freaking command grab. Which in hindsight was a dead giveaway the SNK could use them anytime, just seemed word, yeah. But no, Onyx, remember though, he got censored out of KOF 14 though, man. It was copyright stuff, come on, man. Oh, it's your friends though, okay. So I got pet owners and people that no pet owners. No. No. Get out of here. I have to look up that, what you call it, the jump force thing, man. Ah, it's gonna hurt. You want to keep doing that? You want to keep doing that? Oh my god. Oh my god. I'm sorry. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Select order.
Oh my god. The one time I would land that mess as a counter, it wouldn't be on Twitch though, so somebody could clip me, but I'll try. I'll try to look back at it then. Uh-oh.
Ready? Go!
It's a sizzle match. Just jump over there. Just the fact they actually gave Lu Wong something that consistently like knocks down and then pushes them away, like the little push kicks that makes her like even a little bit better as far as like competitive in 15. Even though the janky combos are still there. But, play with your waifus, you gotta earn them. Ah, nice. Sorry to hear about your dog, Honest. My dog went to heaven last year. He was a good pup. My heart goes out to anybody that loses a pet, honestly. I have so many friends. As a matter of fact, my sister had a cat. And like, I've never had like a pet personally. But all the people that I know that are like pet owners, just, you know, their pets are almost like their best friends. They're like, you know, their little slice of heaven that they have in the midst of the chaotic world. Like, their pets mean like a whole lot. I've seen like so many instances and heard so many where they're like, you know, they were like a member of the family, you know. That's gotta be awful. And then like seeing like how my mom and my sister were when my little sister's cat had passed. That broke my heart. Ah, Punk versus Penta. Okay. I would be watching that card if I didn't have to be frugal. And unfortunately, I don't have very many wrestling friends like within, you know, instant. I was about to say earshot, but you know what I mean. I don't know what it is though. This might sound really funny, but playing that freaking DNF duel, I think, helped out my KOF game a bit. That's negative. That's negative. That's negative. No. 2 years. But so many people, like close friends and others, you know, they're just always happy with their pets then and everything. And you know, just hearing people lose like pets, like I've never like owned any like pets personally, but just seeing like how it affects people when like they go and everything, it's just, yeah. It shows you how much, you know, they mean to people. Yeah, I did that on purpose. No.
Player 2 wins.
Probably should have supered. Man.
3, ready, go.
I don't know why I keep saying that. I don't think it's a theme song anymore. Gotcha. Gotcha. Really want to play DNF Duel. Missed the first beta. I had absolutely no free time when the second beta was out, at least. Its release is coming. Pets are definitely part of the family. It's really hard to explain the bond, but it's incredible even if you have multiple. It's never the same. They're all special. I think you summed it up perfectly there. Ah, had a meter burn to do that. Ah, I got copied. No! This is gonna hurt. I was wondering what kind of mix-up it was gonna be. Love B, Jenny from design to gameplay. I just wish it was better with her. They made her fairly accessible in this game, but I get it, you know, different strokes for different folks. Some characters are going to be easier than others. Like, I know for a lot of people, Leona is a really easy character to pick up, but even despite the fact that I finally found a character in a fighting game, a charge character that is, that I actually liked playing and was pretty decent with in Parasol from Skullgirls, it's like going back to other charge characters is like, it's some of them that are still easier and some of them not so much.
Select order.
Alright, this one I'm gonna make my last one, and then I'm gonna eat. And if anybody wants to join me, well, it depends. I don't think, I may stream on Twitch later, I might not. It depends.
Round 1, ready, go.
I say, you good? You know what? It's only fair. There we go. No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Don't teabag me. Don't teabag me. I was giving you respect. Don't teabag me, man. Don't teabag me. Don't teabag me. I make people pay for that stuff. I make people pay. Nope. Nope. No. 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 There you go. No. This is my main exercise for this stream. I'm trying to learn how to stay grounded. Because if I don't learn how to stay grounded, I'm gonna get freaking brutalized by Omega Rugal. Yeek! I'm okay with her in this game, but I'm real good with her in 2006. Leona's one of the few charge characters I can play. That type of character has just never been for me. And the thing is, when it comes to personality of a character, I relate to Leona more than like probably any other KOF character. Frankensteiner. Since WWE finally got the Steiner brothers in the Hall of Fame.
Now or never. Ready? Go!
Mandy. Ah, he didn't fall for it.
Player 2 wins. Round 4.
All right, GG Dolan.
Go!
Knees. The power of the knees. That Kobashi knee.
Ready? Go!
This is probably gonna hurt. Oh. I'm gonna mix it up. Ah, too late. No. 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 Boom!
Winner!
They should have had it to where like freaking Shermie slaps the cameraman when he's looking back there. Oh, you looking back there? Pew! Matter of fact, have freaking Shermie German suplexes fool.
Round 1. Ready? Go!
Surprised there was no command grab there. Maybe I should make an iceberg. I mean, pick something that you know, like, pick something that you know, like, a nice little bit about, and then, you know, you keep researching and researching and trying to find more stuff. If you want to, you can do like Creepy did and, you know, put one out there and take suggestions from people, whether you want to put it on Reddit or whatever. Ah. Breaker! Ah. Straight out the gate. We are the darkness, but we're leaving. We are the guns and are deceiving. We are the painters of my mind. We are the children of the riders. Only God's will. I have to burn meters, like you can have a reversal there.
Stand your ground. Ready? Go!
What song were you sing? Recognize lyrics, can't name to it. Straight out the gate, Tech 9. The part that I was singing was the portion where Serge Tankian from System of a Down sings. He sings the hook.
Final round. Ready? Go!
Ah, nice. Don't get cute with me, man. I was literally gonna say, I'm like, are you literally just gonna hit me with knees over and over? Don't get like, don't get cute with me. That's all I gotta say. I was like, you really gonna keep doing knees over and over? Are you really gonna keep doing that? I just like stayed there. I'm like, let me just build this meter. Let me just build this meter and see if she's gonna keep doing it. And I'm like, you did. Don't get cute with me. That's all I gotta say. I'm past my 2-hour break period, so I gotta make sure I get back to work on some of this content. Hopefully I can have something out by at least early tomorrow, since we're gonna have Rugal, and I know I have to make a freaking fail compilation of that. That's gonna be fun. But yeah, I appreciate everybody. I appreciate everybody stopping by. I know I stream a whole bunch on Twitch then, but like I think it's been a while since I've streamed this on YouTube or whatever. I'm gonna try to like balance these out the best that I possibly can. Until next time, like I said, I may or may stream later on Twitch. So if like you wanna join me on there, I am the Chris Lotus on Twitch. That's all one word, capital THE, the Chris Lotus, same thing. But yeah, for those of you where this is it, I will talk to you when I talk to you. Take care, be safe, be cool to each other. There we go. That was a weak snap in the beginning. Jumanji. I got you, Emily. I'll put it in the Wow. Wow. Okay, fine. I'll put it in the chat for you, Emily. I'll put it in there before I go. Never mind, you found me. It's funny seeing my freaking Twitch notification in this, but then again, it's set on Streamlabs, so duh. That's awesome. That's awesome. But yeah, once again, take care, be safe. Thank you for the follow, Emily. I may be on later playing. Now on Twitch, I play KOF, but I play a variety of other stuff. I play visual novels, I play fighting games, and I play Paladins. I may play Paladins later to keep Sam company if she still streams. As I mentioned earlier, you know, she's probably shaken up from the incident, but thank goodness she's okay. All right. I'm hungry. So I will catch y'all when I catch y'all. Thanks again for stopping by. Thank you for your support. Thank you for your support. I'll catch you later. Take care. Be safe. Be cool to each other. Jumanji.